So if you're just judging from the specs table, you will not be able to differentiate any differences. Oh, it's the artwork of Rusty. The handlebar is rocking a lot. And there's also a lot of counterfeit for repair that costs you easily about $50. Even for us, we are very scared of servicing it because... Hey guys, greetings from AEZOOM. So today we are going to make a special video about something interesting. It's actually about a topic that a lot of people asked us before, like what is the difference between the original BEGASSO Soldier foldable mountain bike and a counterfeit one, and why is the counterfeit ones cheaper? I think it's about $100 cheaper, about that. And so now let's go through what are the differences and is it worth the risk. This is the customer's bike, okay, which is not the original one. This is the original BEGASSO bike, and this is currently the generation 10, which is the latest generation. And usually the counterfeit one, they only copy about generation 1 or 2 so that they can cut quite some significant costs. So for original bikes, there will definitely be an authenticity label over here. Okay, it's not able to remove, you can't remove it, you can transfer it, you can't tamper it. It's like a safety seal. You see, even I try to scratch it out, it can't come out. So that's how, that's a given to know this is an original bike. And you don't see anything on the bike. Top, bottom, left, right, center, nothing. You can see the brake lever. It's one of the most basic type of brake lever. Over here, it's everything is plastic. So plastic tends to break, tends to crack, tends to flex when you press too hard. See, it's moving. You can see that. And it's actually very hard to tune it nicely that until that you are able to brake comfortably. It's very tacky and it's very thin. You can see it's very thin. Okay, and it's metal, that's why it starts rusting again. So brake is a very important part, but on the original bikes, they are using a Shimano EF500 shifters, which means the brakes are built in and it's super solid. You're expecting aluminum on this part, doesn't flex, and it can last you for very long. See, the user experience is very good. Okay, so second point, the brakes, the brake lever. Third point, as you already can see, the shifters. If you go through some bikes, you will know that this type of shifter is one of the lowest end, and there's also a lot of counterfeit type of Shimano shifters for this range. So whether is this original, we don't know, but it's not a very nice user experience because this type of shifter, after you use for quite some time, right, they tend to slip when you push it up because there's a pin inside made of plastic. If that pin just breaks, then you will not be able to shift comfortably with this thing. So that's why for long-term usage, this is a no-no. Whereas running on this EF500 shifters, they are super reliable for entry-level bikes. Okay, yeah, shifting is also very intuitive and solid. Okay, this runs on the Shimano 21 speed system. This also runs on the 21 speed Shimano system. So if you are just judging from the specs table, you will not be able to differentiate any differences. So I'm unable to show you very clearly through the video, but basically for this style of bikes, these parts, over time the headset will be very loose. So when you ride, you will feel that your handlebar is rocking a lot. Okay, and the bearings is easily crushed. If the headset crushed, then it's very hard to turn around and everything is flimsy. Whereas this, you won't be experiencing this problem because they are using a much better kind of bearing and the entire headset is holding very well. So this is what we are very happy with the upgrade because that saves us a lot of after sales issues. But of course it's costlier, but yeah, prevention is better than cure, man. We used to have this type of tire in the earlier generation. On and off, it will cause tube deflating, like punctures or even bursts, because the rubber is not very well made, frankly speaking. Then at this newer one, they are running on. You can see the rubber is a very different. It's a much better kind of rubber compared to this, so lesser issues on the flat tire. Then tube. Let's talk about tube. The newer tube has high resistance on air leakage compared to the older one. So older one, you would expect that to pump the air maybe every 1 week plus. You need to pump the air. Whereas for this, it can hold the air almost double the time. So maybe 2-3 weeks once, then you're still good to go. Then let's talk about bottom bracket. Okay, for those who doesn't know, this part where you host the bearings inside is called a bottom bracket. Okay, the bottom bracket connects to the frame and together with your crank arm. This is called a crank arm. Oops, crank arm. Then crank arm connects to your pedal. Okay, so this bottom bracket is using a very old and basic version that even for us, we are very scared of servicing it, because it tends to seize inside and the bearing just crush, and there's a lot of grinding happening, and it causes the crank arm to, let me check, yeah, this one is rocking also. Not sure whether you can see the video, but it's already rocking left and right. So this one you would expect to service it after some time. And the efficiency for this bearing is very low, so that's why when you pedal, it's very tiring to pedal. Okay, then compared to the original BEGASSO, we are running on a sealed bottom bracket system, so not much maintenance needed, and it can last you for longer, and you don't feel the rock. Yeah, you see. Then when you spin, it's super smooth. Yeah. Original is running on the foldable pedals. Okay, so it's aluminium foldable pedals, so it's more solid and you can fold for compactness. This one you can't fold, it's plastic, and for some reason it's very stiff. You see, if I try to push compared to this, you see. Okay, so that's why we have not seen a plastic pedal on our bikes for very long time, for very good reasons. But apparently even for pedals, they try to cut costs lah. No choice, man. Okay, next, what else? Seat post. I'm not sure whether you can see. It's it's an artwork of rust. Masterpiece. So this is steel. This is made of aluminium, and it's already a frosted aluminium, so it's not that easy to scratch, and even if it scratch, give it 10 years, it doesn't rust also, so more carefree. Brakes wise, actually we have changed this to a brand new brake caliper. Why? Because the customer came in and complained that both his brakes are squeaking very loudly and it's not gripping well. So we try to clean it, but it doesn't work well. Then we just recommend to straight away change to a new brake caliper. So yeah, this is not the original setup, but on the original bike, it's already a quite reliable brake, disc brake, mechanical disc brake. So yeah, nothing much to comment on that. Oh yeah, so this is the Shimano Tourney gear derailleur. Okay, so this is the original ones. You can see the quality over there, and so far it has been quite reliable, and a lot of entry-level bikes likes to use it because it's reliable and don't need much maintenance on it. Okay, let's look at the counterfeit version. So okay, I'm not sure. So it's still writing Shimano Tourney exact. Okay, but for those who know, there's actually a lot of counterfeit replica, one-to-one replica made for this model. And judging from performance, you will know whether it's the original or it's a replica, because it may look the same but performance is very different. And for us, when you do the tuning, then yeah, when you see derailleurs like that, there's tend to have a lot of errors and mismatch. So yeah, it can be quite annoying for us. Then yeah, so you see this is the barrel for adjustment. As you can see, it's a bare minimum, just a screw. But over here, it has a barrel for you to adjust easily. Okay. Yep. Paintwork. Undeniably, despite that it's a budget bike, but some customers do expect a better paintwork, or they do hope that a brand new bike at least looks nice. Yeah, we do understand that. So the original bikes, you can see the paintwork is much better done, I would say. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Then over here you can see the paint chips easily, and you can scratch your paint easily. You can see it's all around. Yeah, you can see all these defects. Yeah, so it's a very common scene. Oh, you see the fork. The wheel hub. So inside there's bearings inside also for the rear wheel and the front wheel. So if you are using a very basic bearing, I presume if it won't spoil that easily, but the problem is that when you are cycling, it feels a lot of drag. It feels that the power is not coming out that easily because it's actually a lot of friction, a lot of drag. I would say the efficiency is very low. For example, let's give it a try. Okay. So you see it can slow down quite significantly. Let's do a comparison on the original bikes later. Slower pedal. Can you see a difference? So that saves you a lot of energy because most of the energy are going as an output instead of internal friction. A few conclusions. Okay, basically gear system is different. The brakes are not that reliable, and the wheel hub, the bearings, 1, 2, 3 sets are on the lower end bearings. This one, the bottom bracket tends to rock around. Okay, the shifters and derailleurs will not give very good experience as they are not very well made. Tires and tubes, they tend to have the higher tendency to leak the air more, and also tire puncture compared to the original bikes. Then paintwork, yeah, paintwork is a significant difference that you can see. Yeah. Then there are more metal parts like this are already upgraded with aluminium parts. And the riding experience will be better because you have better front suspension, rear suspension, and also a riser handlebar that's more ergonomic compared to a flat one where you have to stretch more. Original bikes comes with 2 years warranty, and we always welcome our customers to come back. So at least if there's any issue with the bike, you have someone who is very familiar and know what to do with the bikes that will be able to help you. But if let's say you get the bike like this and we are aware before you come, sorry to say we are not able to offer our service for. So end of the day, this is the difference, and just ask yourself whether that $100 cheaper, is it really that worth it? Because yeah, because frankly speaking, any parts that spoil like this headset and all this, you come for a repair that costs you easily about $50, $80. I think our shop has at least sold more than 5,000 of these bikes in Singapore itself only. So, and we are the only one who upgraded this to generation 10. Most of those that look similar, different brand, random stuff, or even those copycats, they are stuck at about generation 1, 2, 3. That's it. Being from since the earliest one, the generation 1, all the way to generation 10, which means we have experienced the worst case, the problems, the frustrating part on the bike, and upgraded all the while until now. Yeah, hope you guys like the video, and I hope that it's informative for those who are interested to know. And if you like this video and you would like to watch more from us, and maybe you are interested to know what is the difference between the Takacha Fulton bike and the BEGASSO foldable mountain bike. This is the King. This is a unicorn. It's not something you can find elsewhere. And we are from AEZOOM. So yeah, just like our motto over here, our slogan, look for the right store, not just the right bike. We are here to guide you what is suitable for you, because we strongly believe there's no such thing as the best bike, but there's such thing as a very suitable bike for you. So not all bikes are the same.